And now, Muse, sing all those fighting men who lived in Pelasgian Argos, the big contingents out of Aulis and Alope and Trachis, men of Thea and Hellas, where the women are a wonder, all the fighters called Achaeans, Hellenes, and Myrmidons, ranked in 50 ships, and Achilles was their leader. But they had no lust for the grind of battle now. Where was the man who marched their lines to war? The brilliant runner Achilles lay among his ships, raging over Briseis, the girl with lustrous hair, the prize he seized from Lyrnessus, after he had fought to exhaustion at Lyrnessus, storming the heights and breached the walls of Thebes, and toppled the vaunting spearmen Epistrophus and Mynes, sons of King Aeneas, Celepius' son. All for Briseis his heart was breaking now. Achilles lay there now, but he would soon rise up in all his power. Then men of Phylake, Parasis banked in flowers, Demeter's closed in holy grove, and Iton, mother of flocks, Antron along the shore, and Teleus deep in meadows. The veteran Protesilaus had led those troops while he still lived, but now for many years the arms of the black earth had held him fast, and his wife was left behind, alone in Phylake, both cheeks torn in grief, their house half built. Just as he vaulted off his ship, a Dardan killed him, first by far of the Argives slaughtered on the beaches. But not even then were his men without a captain, yearn as they did for their lost leader. No, Podarces, a fresh campaigner, ranged their units, a son of Iphiclus, son of Phylacus, rich in flocks. Podarces, gallant Protesilaus' blood brother, younger born, but the older man proved braver too, an iron man of war. Yet not for a moment did his army lack a leader, yearn as they did for the braver dead. Under Podarces sailed their 40 long black ships. And the men who lived in Pheræ, fronting Lake Bebeus, in Baby and Glyphyri, and Iolcus' sturdy ramparts, their 11 ships were led by Admetus' favored son, Eumelus, born to Admetus and Alcestis, queen of women, the most radiant daughter Peleus ever fathered. Then men who lived in Methone and Thaumacia, men who held Melibea, and rugged, rigid Olyzon. Philoctetes, the master archer, had led them on in 7 ships with 50 oarsmen aboard each, superbly skilled with the bow in lethal combat. But their captain lay on an island, racked with pain, on Lemnos' holy shores, where the armies had marooned him, agonized by his wound, the bite of a deadly water viper. There he writhed in pain, but soon, encamped by the ships, the Argives would recall Philoctetes, their great king, but not even then were his men without a captain, yearn as they did for their lost leader. No, Medon formed them up, Oileus' bastard son, whom Reni bore to Oileus, grim raider of cities. And men who settled Trica, rocky Ithome, terraced high, and men who held Oechalia, Oechalian, Eurytus' city, the 2 sons of Asclepius led their units now, both skilled healers, Podalirius and Machaon. In their command sailed 40 curved black ships. And men who held Ormenion in the Hyperion spring, men who held Asterion, Titanus' chalk-white cliffs, Eurypylus marched them on, Eumaeon's shining sun. In his command sailed 40 long black ships. And the men who settled Argisa and Gertone, Orthe, Elone, the gleaming citadel, Oloosan. Polypetes, braced for battle, led them on, the son of Perithous, son of deathless Zeus. Famous Hippodamia bore the warrior to Pirithous. That day he wreaked revenge on the shaggy centaurs, routed them out of Pelion, drove them to the Ethases. Polypoetes was not alone. Leontius shared the helm, companion of Ares, Caeneus' grandson, proud Coronis' son. In his command sailed 40 long black ships. And Gaineus out of Cyphus led on 22 ships. In his platoons came Aeneas and battle-tried Peribians, who pitched homes in the teeth of Dodona's bitter winters, who held the tilled acres along the lovely Titarisus, that runs her pure crystal currents into Peneus, never mixed with Peneus' eddies glistening silt, but gliding over the surface smooth as olive oil, branching, breaking away from the river Styx, the dark and terrible oath stream of the gods.